Good morning, class. I'm your professor, Andrea. How are you today, class? Okay, I'm glad to hear you that you're all doing great. So before we start our lesson, let's have the short activity, okay? I'll show you the jumbled words and you guess what the correct word is.
Right.
Ready? What do you think is this word? Okay, it's logical. Very good. The next one. Anyone? Okay. Abstract thought. The third one. Anyone? Okay. Problem solving. That's correct. And the last one. Anyone? Yes, cognitive development. Okay, very good, class. All of these words are connected for our lesson for today. So, class, based on our activity earlier, what do you think will be our topic for today? Yes, it's all about cognitive development. Second question is, what comes into your mind when you hear the word cognitive development? That's right, it's about how our brain and thinking skills grow and improve as we get older. Let's proceed to our topic. Cognitive development of the high school learners, adolescents. It starts the age of 12 to 18. The adolescent years are remarkable because youth move beyond the limitations of concrete mental operation and develop the ability to think in a more abstract manner. According to PJ, sa teenage years or adolescence nagbabago, doon na nagsisimulang magbago ang paraan ng pag-iisip. Di ba noong bata pa tayo, kailangan muna nating makita o maranasan para maintindihan. That's we called concrete thinking. Pero habang tumatanda tayo, mas nagiging mature o malawak yung pag-iisip natin. Kaya na nating mag-isip ng idea kahit hindi natin ito nakikita. That's we called abstract thinking. For example, kapag tinanong tayo dati, di ba na, ano ang love? Ang isasagot lang natin, love ako ng mama ko at papa ko. Pero ngayon, naiintindihan na natin na hindi lang pala pakiramdam ang love. Malawak ito, katulad ng pagmamahal, respeto at pag-aalaga. So, gusto lang ipakita ni Pajay na habang lumalaki tayo, mas nagiging mature at malawak ang pag-iisip natin. Okay, class, let's talk about the major characteristics and changes na nangyayari sa mga kabataan sa stage na ito. First, begins to think abstractly and reason about hypothetical problems. They start to think abstractly. Ibig sabihin, kaya na nilang mag-isip kahit hindi nila ito nakikita o nararanasan. For example, alam na nila yung concept ng love, freedom, and justice kahit hindi ito bagay na nakikita o nahahawakan. Second, begins to think more about moral, philosophical, ethical, social, and political issues that require theoretical and abstract reasoning. Dito, mas nagiging curious o deeper na yung pag-iisip nila. Like, moral, social, and political issues. Dito mas nagiging aware sila sa mga nangyayari sa paligid nila. For example, naiisip na nila kung bakit may mahirap, may mayaman. Naiisip na nila kung ano yung dahilan nito. Lastly, begins to use deductive logic or reasoning from a general principle to specific information. Ibig sabihin, kaya na nilang mag-isip mula sa general idea papunta sa specific situation. For example, si Ana, alam nila na tao siya. So, pananaw din nila na lahat ng tao ay mamamatay. Kaya, alam nila na si Ana mamamatay din. So, class, dito mas nagiging mature o malawak yung pag-iisip nila. Next, formal operational thinking consists of propositional thinking, making assertions outside visual evidence and stating what may be possible in things not seen by the eyes. Ibig sabihin, kaya na nilang mag-connect ng idea kahit hindi naman nila ito nakikita. For example, naiisip nila na kapag nagsumikap sila, magiging successful sila soon, 'di ba? So, kahit hindi pa nila alam yung resulta, naiisip na nila yon. Pangalawa, relativistic thinking subjectively making an opinion on facts involving one's own bias. Dito naman, natututo sila na tanggapin ang opinion ng bawat tao. For example, may nagsabi na mas gusto nila yung online class kasi mas convenient ito. Pero sa iba, mas gusto nila yung face-to-face kasi mas natututo daw sila. So, pareho silang may point. Dito sa stage na to, mas natututo nilang tanggapin ang opinion ng bawat tao. And lastly, real versus possible. Examining a situation and exploring the possible in terms of situations or solution. Dito naman, mas natututo silang mag-isip ng totoo at kung ano ang mangyayari sa desisyon nila. O consequences na haharapin nila kapag sila ay nagdesisyon. For example, kapag gumagawa sila ng plano, iniisip muna nila kung tama ba ito at kung anong consequences na haharapin nila kapag ito ang naging desisyon nila. Let's proceed of the characteristics of formal operational stage. First, deductive logic can reason from a general principle to specific cases. Ibig sabihin, kaya na nilang mag-isip based sa general rule papunta sa specific example. For example, kung alam nila na kapag umuulan ay nababasa ang kalsada at nakita nila na basa ang kalsada, may isip nila na umulan siguro kanina. So, marunong na sila mag-connect ng idea logically. Pangalawa, abstract thinking. The ability to think about concepts that are not directly experienced. Justice, freedom, love. Katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, kaya na nilang mag-isip ng mga bagay na hindi naman nila nakikita o nararanasan. So, example ko rin kanina, yung freedom, justice, at love. Hindi na lang sila nakadepende sa mga nakikita nilang bagay. Next, problem solving. In earlier stage, children use trial and error to solve problems. During the formal operational stage, the ability to systematically solve a problem in a logical and methodical way emerge. Noong bata pa tayo, 'di ba? Kapag nagkakamali tayo, trial and error lang. Like, kapag nagkamali tayo, parang bahala na, okay na yan. Pero habang nagmamature ang pag-iisip nila, nagkakaroon na sila ng plano at kung paano nila ito sosolusyonan. Ibig sabihin sa stage na ito, mas nagiging independent na sila. Kung paano sila mag-isip, gumagawa na sila ng plano kung paano masosolusyonan ang problema nila. Lastly, moral and philosophical thinking begins to think about deeper moral, ethical, and social issues in more complex way. Dito nagsisimula silang magtanong, o mas nagiging deeper na yung pag-iisip nila, kaya sila nagtatanong kung ano ba yung tama at maling gawain. So overall class, sa stage na ito, mas nagiging independent at mature ng pag-iisip nila. Hindi lang basta nakikita nila, kundi iniintindi o iniisip nila kung bakit nangyayari ang isang bagay. Naiintindihan ba, class? Any questions? Okay, let's proceed. Cognitive development of adolescent boys and girls. First, adolescent girls tend to feel more confident about their reading and social skills than boys. Ang mga babae daw ay mas kumpiyansa sa pagbabasa at pakikipag-socialize sa ibang tao. Kaya di ba mapapansin natin na mostly mas expressive yung mga girls kaysa sa boys. Next, adolescent boys tend to feel more confident about their athletic and math skills. So, yung mga lalaki naman is mas magaling sila sa athletic, sa mga sports, at math skills. Interested sila sa mga laro na may mga subject na may mga numbers at logic. Okay class, magkakaroon tayo ng short debate about the topic. Is social media good or bad for teen thinking? Group 1 will be defend the positive side, while Group 2 will be defend the negative side. Let's start. Okay, Group 1. Okay. Group 2. Very good class. Both sides are correct. Remember, social media can be useful if we use it wisely. Alright class, that's all for today's lessons about the cognitive development in the high school learners. I hope you learned something new and enjoy our discussion. Before we end, I'll be giving you a short quiz after this video. So make sure to review our lesson on cognitive development. Thank you class for your active participation, and that's all. Thank you.